I'm Mick Wadley, founder of Gap Funded, and welcome to a full-blown breakdown on how to buy a franchise with no money down. So a practical two-step system for closing a cash injection gap without draining your savings or asking family for money. Uncle Bob does not have your cash. So the wall every franchise buyer hits, the approval trap. A franchisor approves you, the SBA lender approves you, then someone tells you that you still need to bring 10 to 30% of the total cost to the table yourself before anyone funds the rest. Let's have a look at that. If it's a smaller franchise, you might just need the whole chunk. So there is a way through. This is exactly how people are closing that gap without touching their own savings. A precise, ordered two-step process that satisfies every requirement your lender and franchisor are asking for. So let's get fair up it and have a closer look. This is what nobody puts in the brochure. The glossy franchise brochure never mentions the real numbers. Here's what you're actually looking at before a single lender releases a dollar. $35K average franchise fee. And it ranges from $15 to $60K for these small service business franchises. $200K total initial investment for equipment, build out, working capital included. And obviously 30% after the SBA cash injection, if you got an SBA in place for a bigger franchise model. So that injection requirement is the wall, and it's the reason good candidates with a solid franchise approval still can't close the deal. So why this gap exists? The franchisor's view. They want proof you can run this without folding in year one, financial commitment signals, seriousness, and the lender's view, the SBA will not carry all the risk alone. They push a chunk back onto you as a cash injection before releasing the funds. And the real problem is as follows. Both requirements make sense on paper. They just were never designed for buyers who do not have 20 to 40K sitting liquid and ready to pump. So the two-step process that closes this gap. There's two steps and the order is not optional. Super simple, but it's a little bit nuanced. So get this backwards and you leave money and approval odds on the table. Step one, rapid gap funding. Unsecured money that lands fast and covers the cash injection requirement. Then step two is 0% credit card stacking. You've probably heard of this before, but it must be applied for after, not before. Your file has been strengthened by step one. So step two must come after step one. Reversing the order costs you approval odds and available capital. So step one, rapid gap funding. We're talking 20 to 120K available via stacked unsecured term loans, as each lender might give you 15 to 20% of your personal annual income. So if you do have a W-2, this is actually optimal. It lands in 1 to 3 days. And how it works is multiple unsecured term loans are submitted simultaneously across lenders, matched your income, no lien on a property or collateral required. This is the money that satisfies the cash injection your SBA lender or franchisor is asking for. On a smaller deal, this is going to get you in without you touching your own savings account. So the move that actually matters. Do not throw all of the gap funding straight at the franchise fee. The smarter play is a two-part deployment. First, we want to pay down revolving debt first. A portion of the gap funding goes toward existing credit card balances. This drops your utilization and frees up monthly cash flow, which matters far more to your file than most people realize. And then two, you cover the down payment and franchise fee. The remainder satisfies the cash injection your lender's demanding, completing the requirement without touching personal savings. So why that move changes everything? Let's look at this. 30%. So utilization makes up 30% of your FICO score, the single biggest lever you can pull quickly. Your score gain potential, dropping higher utilization to near zero, can move your score 40 to 80 points in a single cycle, which is inside 30 days. And this is the step that turns a marginal file into a strong one. And the reason step two hits so much harder once you get there. So step two is 0% credit card stacking. Once your score's moved, you go after multiple 0% business cards applied for simultaneously, matched to your banking relationships and your location. This funds your build out, initial inventory, equipment, and working capital. The beautiful thing is you can actually do a double stack. So say you go for 4 to 5 business cards, the same time before those inquiries hit, you can actually go for a personal stack as well if need be. On a business only, you could run up to 150K on the first run, depending on your file. And it's going to be 12 to 21 months at 0% interest to utilize to get off the ground and get pumping. So you qualify for a bigger stack than you would have on day one because your file's already been strengthened by step one. So what this looks like day to day. Days 1 to 3, gap funding lands, cash injection covered, lender requirement satisfied. Days 3 to 30, get paid down, score climbs, franchise paperwork moves forward. And day 30 onward, you've got cards stacked on a stronger profile, funding the build out and working capital, open your doors and get going. Now, it's worth mentioning here, if you can responsibly pay down those 0% cards, you can go and ask for bigger limits so that at the end of that introductory 0% period, you're actually able to go into a larger 0% stack based on your new average credit limit. So this is a revolving and expanding capacity at 0%. And this is why it works so well for a franchise buyer. Franchise buyers are actually in a stronger position than most people starting from scratch. And here's why this process fits the model so precisely. It's a known fixed gap. You know your number. The gap is not a moving target. It is a defined injection requirement you can plan around. It's a proven business model. So you're not guessing at viability. The franchisor has already proven the model works, and lenders know this. You can go off averages of their other franchisors. Now, it's also a predictable cash flow. Royalty and ad fund obligations are known from day one, making cash flow planning realistic rather than speculative. See what this looks like with your numbers. Every franchise is different. If you want to know exactly what this process looks like against your specific franchise and your specific numbers, book a call. We map out the gap funding, the pay down and the stack, all the timelines. So you walk into your franchisor and your lender with the injection already sorted and better approvals. Book a call at gapfunder.com/apply. Link in the description below. We are gap funded days, not weeks. That is how people are closing the cash injection gap on a franchise purchase without draining their own savings. There's a full summary. Step 1, rapid gap funding covers the injection. You pay down your debt, your score climbs 40 to 80 points, and you're ready to go and stack those 0% cards. If it's business only or a double stack, that's up to you. That funds the build out and the working capital. I'm Mick Wadley. Let's go launch something.